INUKA's Bill on Sustainable Livelihoods and Youth Leadership acknowledges that young people are the leaders of tomorrow and today, and that without proper capacity and resource development, they may be limited from achieving their full potential and uplifting their livelihoods and that of the communities they exist in.
We are in Nyamira. We are visiting one of our beneficiary groups for our second module, NBS for Livelihoods. Among the many things that we are engaging the youth groups in is the basics of proposal writing. And one that is very important is for them to build a team, to have a mission, vision, and a theory of change, have a compelling narrative, quantify their impacts, and finally showcase their results. Once they have that, then they can present it to funders and be sure to get the funding that they require.
Now we are going to see then how does this NBS work for livelihoods. And the main idea would be for us to first explore how possible it is for us to create ecopreneurship opportunities or ventures to help address some of these societal challenges. Some of them we know they are poverty, right? Food insecurity, water scarcity, all these are problems that are already existing as challenges in the community. So how do we then take advantage of entrepreneurship, so ecological entrepreneurship, to make it ecopreneurship around restoration for nature?
What we've been taken through is how to write project proposals for grants. And information having been given to us, we feel that we've been enlightened, and we feel that the struggles we've been having in the past have been solved.
The black soil ambayo imetolewa ndani ndio unaweza kuiregesha. Yeah.
We recognize that while restoration is intrinsically related to communities and livelihoods, young people, majority of whom are at the front lines of these efforts, are often locked out of the livelihoods opportunities that emanate out of the same. As such, through this pillar, we have endeavored to intentionally build the leadership capacity of young people to design initiatives, develop robust proposals, lobby for resources, and establish and run social enterprises that will yield core benefits for themselves, nature, and the communities that they serve.
So we have a scenario where so many farmers are doing cultivation, and this is being done along the riparian area.
Some of the sustainable livelihood initiatives that we do at Big Ship include like mangrove beekeeping, mangrove ecotourism, even restoration itself is also a form of sustainable livelihood.
The INUKA project has come with a lot of impact when it comes to economic again.
We had to do construction of the boardwalk to facilitate ease movement in the mangrove ecosystem.
We envisioned it that it will create job opportunities to our youths and also increase knowledge on issues to do with the conservation of our environment, because when a visitor comes, they also get opportunity to plant mangroves.
I'm almost ready.
The sustainable livelihood things that NAPO is doing currently is we're having a tree nursery where we're having fruit seedlings, where we want it to be like the supermarket for the Marsabit County, where we will be supplying the fruit trees as part of sustainability in the food sector. We are also having beekeeping, where women groups come together and take care of their beehives so that they get honey and then they sell it. That's now a sustainable way of sustaining the people in Marsabit County.
The NAPO Conservation Cup, basically this is youth engaging youth in football and conservation. So what it's been able to do is to support the engagement of the 400 plus youth to be able to restore their landscape in a way that is exciting. Around the Mount Marsabit forest ecosystem, we had 19 teams. Each of them has a restoration site. Each player either planted a tree or took care of a tree. So if you have 19 teams and you have about an average of between 15 to 20 players, then you have about 450 youth participating in restoration.
hao watu walitusaidia sana na tuna appreciate cause holiday tulikuwa busy sana, and then hata uwezi ukaona time venye inaenda because sometimes asubuhi tunapata tumeenda kupanda miti, tunasaidiana, after lunch tunakula tu, alafu unapata tumetokea tizi. Over the weekend fixtures ilienda tu vizuri na appreciate.
Friends of Ondiri is a recreation center where we have people coming to rest, people just coming to see the wetland. Some are just coming to be to feel the therapeutic nature of the wetland. So we have supplied Wi-Fi, community Wi-Fi that they can use at a fee, which will help us run our activities. We have also noticed that these same people would stay there, but there were no eateries or source of snack around, so we decided to do a tuck shop. We've also decided to do vegetables. So at the moment, actually our first batch of vegetables will be ready in the next 1.5 weeks, and we'll be selling that. Another thing is that because of the botanic garden and other sceneries that we have at the Ondiri wetland, we have been attracting local tourists, even international tourists.
The INUKA project was also intentionally designed with a micro-grant scheme that serves an array of purposes, including highlighting the need to unlock finance and financial initiatives for young people to run their restorative initiatives, enabling ease of access to finance and financial resources to ensure that the unlocked finances reach the intended groups at the grassroots where they are needed the most.
To us, the microgrant itself, when it was being said at the beginning, we thought maybe in Swahili we say Zajaba, because we never thought that something like that could actually happen. It began by surprising us that actually that was true. They guided us on how to do a proposal. They showed us how to pitch the proposal, and our proposal was actually funded.
So we are very happy to be here today to launch the Ondiri Wetlands Botanical Garden.
Afrika, INUKA, Afrika.
This is the real reflection and the real manifestation of the dream of INUKA Africa. I believe everyone is happy to have witnessed what, motivation can do to a group when they are supported, then the capacities are built, and it will become a testament to many people who are adopting uplands and wetlands ecosystem restoration.
Beyond finances, the project has also thrived to mainstream gender and women empowerment in its design. In its leadership, the project was intentionally designed to have 2 co-coordinators, a male and a female. Further, amongst the beneficiary youth groups, 2 out of the 3 focal points are women, and they are so far doing a remarkable job. The majority of the project beneficiaries are also women.
I myself is a beneficiary of youth leadership lessons, where I am now the focal point in INUKA, and I'm also, it has eased my work on the ground, where I could easily work with youths and other age groups when doing my daily works at NAPO.
I'm a happy man because of what INUKA has done in enhancing leadership in my organization. Personally, I have grown. I have played leadership roles in various spheres, but the shaping that I have obtained from INUKA when it comes to developing the hard skills such as budgeting, such as just mobilizing people, and that's something that has been enhanced, like they've been honed.
The leadership skills I've been able to get here at INUKA have helped make my project with the Nairobi River youth groups easier. I volunteer with WWQA, World Water Quality Alliance, also to do citizen science training for youth groups along the river. And thanks to the INUKA capacity building skills, mobilization and impact storytelling, it has been easier to work with the youth groups, especially when it comes to coordinating between the WWQA officials and the youth groups.
Through the INUKA training, it has helped me, gain more leadership skills, more so on my inherent attributes like courage, empathy, trusting, and just being able to work around a team, managing people and managing activities, being in charge of a project as a youth. I have learned also to believe in myself, that I can also, lead something from the initial step to, to completion.
So tunashirikiana na vijana na makundi ya kijamii ku address hii maneno.
Further, Understanding the significance of networks in building informed youth leaders that can inspire change, INUKA has endeavored to organize mentorship sessions for the beneficiary youth with peers and experts in diverse fields, including the IUCN Global Standard for NBS and its related self-assessment toolkit, fundraising and storytelling, as well as inviting the youth to engage in global and regional events both as participants and panelists to engage in discussions and share their experiences and best practices as young conservation leaders.
Right now, the community is taking ownership and even leadership. It's even so impressive to see some of my friends are now leading and even being at the forefront and doing more of the conservation work.